Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Thursday, July 14th, 2016. Happy Bastille Day. In both the Lynn Life and the Jamie Body Mind, we have young Vanovanov Soul presences, and we are continuing to work with our foundational assignments for this period of the effort, which are to upgrade the standards of integrity to that which will actually work to manifest the divine plan, and also to manifest the divine plan for the smaller subatomic levels. With that, the formally videoed portions of today's efforts begin. Then we kind of wave the existing vibrations, just whatever they are, the ambient vibrations, and our intention is to connect with a consistent source of significantly higher vibrations, higher than these vibrations here, whatever these vibrations are. And we are not going to play your games. We refuse to invite in dark entities, quote unquote. In other words, we refuse to invite in lower vibration presences. You are not welcome here.
That's true.
Vibrations higher than these. Whatever these vibrations are, whatever they are, we're reaching for vibrations significantly higher. And somebody's saying, why do you insist on significantly higher? We actually would be fine with just higher vibrations, but when we used to word it that way, just saying we're asking for higher vibrations, then we had a lot of itchiness problems, strongly suggesting lower vibrations.
That's true.
People saying that they were higher vibration when in fact they were lower. So now we say significantly higher, because when we accosted those people, they said, hey, the difference is lost in rounding.
That's true.
So, okay, fine. We're reaching for a consistent source of significantly higher vibrations. Stretching way through that alarm room, and start to pump up the energy of the smaller subatomic, the deeper subatomic, through that alarm room where those alarms are going off.
That's true.
I now start to see that alarm room as unhelpful, because what do I know? I know that alarm, the red flashing light and the siren, started to go off when we pushed past what seemed to be a barrier. We were working with a dial that we could dial up the vibration that we were searching for. This was a dial for our searching probes.
That's true.
The probes who are searching for a consistent source of significantly higher vibration. And the probes were having a lot of problems, equipment malfunctions and feelings of moving through water.
That's true.
It's definitely something gone wrong feelings, and so we were working with them to see if we could shake something loose, and we found this dial, and it was set wrong. The search terms were set wrong, so that would explain a lot, actually, about what's been going on the past couple of weeks. So we started to correct the dial's setting. We could see where it needed to be set to actually aim our search for truth pillar toward a consistent source of significantly higher vibrations.
That's true.
And we could see where the needle was set, and we were pushing the needle toward the recommended higher vibration, and it went so far, and then it hit what seemed like a wall, a barrier. So we put a pin to keep it from falling back, so at least it was able to aim that close to the consistent source of significantly higher vibration.
That's true.
But at that same period of time, we noticed way upstairs some guy with his feet up on a desk reading a newspaper in a room where all of a sudden red flashing lights started to go off and alarms started to sound like sirens, like air raid sirens. And he jumped up, and clearly the issue is something about this dial and this needle.
That's true.
And it's been a couple days that we've been working with this.
Yes, 2-3 days.
Yes, and it seems to be, the issue seems to be that we are not allowed, quote unquote, to search for a vibration that high, quote unquote. And what this reminds us of is the caps on solar construction that exist in many states and municipalities, where contractors are not allowed to build more solar, which is just absolutely crazy when we have a world headed into disaster because of fossil fuel usage. And it has that same sense that we are not allowed, quote unquote, to search for higher vibrations. But our soul plan requires that we manifest the divine plan no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do. And the data quite consistently shows that isn't going to happen without enlisting higher vibration support. Higher vibrations, by definition, require that we find higher vibrations, duh.
Yes, that's
And
true.
so we've got to be allowed to search for higher vibrations. What now, in order to upgrade the standards of integrity to that which will actually work to manifest the divine plan? Let's see if we can move the needle and the pin a little bit closer to that spot on the dial.
Yes, I see the dial. I see the spot. That might be
Stick
it.
the pin in.
Yeah, pin in.
Woo, world turning
Ooh.
upside down feeling. All right, now
That's
let's
true.
run the cables. And what do the cables do? Well, they do a number of things, including lengthen the pillars, straighten out the kinks, help us clear away the bends. And what are we doing with them? We're using them to remove lies from the deeper subatomic. And how did those lies get there? They seem to have settled down.
That's true.
Actually, heavier things settle down. Lies are heavier than truth. They settle down.
That's true.
And so the lies that larger levels are generating compact into the smaller subatomic, where presences are trying to live lives of value potentially greater than our own,
That's true.
and that's not right. And so we clear out those lies to the best of our abilities. And in addition, there are children down there, and we
That's
try to
true.
get them out because it feels like they're living in war zones, horrific situations. Live streaming up higher, 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 higher. I don't know, this doesn't feel like higher vibrations, does it to you?
Not yet. No.
It doesn't feel higher. Maybe it's a trick?
I don't know. I can feel that we are stretching geographically higher, but the vibrations don't feel higher in vibration.
Well, let's just check the probe's calibrations. Searching. Let's look straight up, aim straight for a consistent source of significantly higher vibrations, aligning with the existing Search for Truth pillar that's been on alignment for a really long time. Game theory would say that we need to stay pointing straight up. Well, what do I know? I know that the other day we had to go around a group of presences who were the highest concentrations of truth and integrity that we could connect with right then,
That's true.
but that they were lower vibration presences, and so it was making things worse, not better, and
That's
we had to
right.
go around them and then straighten up again.
That's right.
Maybe this is one of those situations.
Could be. Well, merging.
Merging.
With the
Let's just
probe.
go straight up.
Just go straight.
They
in.
say if we do that, bad
Something
things will
bad will
happen,
happen.
and it feels true. Like the cables will be cut, like we have to go farther around those people who are trying to cut the
Cut
cables.
the cables, and I hear big shears.
I hear the
like
shears.
Hedge trimmers.
Okay, alright, well, let's go diagonal for a little bit longer then.
Maybe. That's an interesting point. It makes me so nervous to go diagonal, but I do hear the big shing, shing,
I hear
shing
them.
clippers.
I hear them.
What do we
What
do?
now? What now? Waving the vibration. What now in order to live these soul plans right here? What now?
Feels like the probes are off the Search for Truth pillar, but looking up now.
Right.
So now what needs to happen?
Well,
is
I don't
just-
know.
I
You
don't
say that.
know.
I'm not convinced that it's
I don't
true.
know.
That isn't. We don't know what needs to happen because
That's
those
true.
sharp, cutty things are still over there.
That's true, and I hear the shing, shing,
I think we need to stay away from those.
That's true.
We don't need to
go near those.
go near them. Those aren't helpful presences.
No, that's not good.
No. What do I know? I know that the divine delivery system is no longer functioning in these dimensions in 2016, and that as far as we can reach in all dimensions, it's just corrupt.
That's true.
What else do I know? I know that back in 2013 it was still limping along. It being the divine delivery system was still limping along in this dimension. It wasn't completely shut down. And what else do I know? It had been shutting down for a while, is my belief, because
That's true.
Charlie definitely thought that the Mediterranean Sea was going to part, like he told those kids during the Children's Crusade. He didn't think he was lying to them.
No, he didn't. That's
No, but it didn't part. And so Charlie was misled, or the divine delivery system had already begun to break down back whenever that was, 1,000 years ago, maybe.
Maybe.
It's been coming apart at the seams for a while now. But now it's done here. However, back in 2013, it was still on its last legs, and we have recordings from then that we can use as a basis to go back in time to that place and be in that time and connect with the remnants of a working divine delivery system.
That's true.
And that it's helpful to take our situations of the day, of this period of time, into a situation where a divine delivery system was still existent.
That's true.
And work with those problems there. That's what we've been doing. Is that what you're saying? What are you saying?
I don't hear anything now.
I feel a lot of I'm too busy to answer your questions.
Leaving feelings.
Leaving feelings.
That's true. Like the hallway suddenly is empty.
Right. I have retained the skill of clearing a room.
That is true.
All right. That's what we'll do. We'll just keep working with that for now. So stop us if we're headed in the wrong direction, but we actually intend to continue to grow.
That's true.
That's why we're continuing to reach for higher vibrations and refusing to invite in lower vibration presences. We don't intend to become less than we are. We don't intend to go backwards in our own personal growth, nor should anybody ever, but most people do.
That's true.
And that's okay. We're not saying that we're not saying anything about anyone else. We're simply saying that we ourselves intend to we're simply saying that we ourselves intend to continue to grow.
That is true.